Hey guys, and welcome back to BKR Travel, where you're going to be coming along with me to Hong Kong for the first time in my life. I'm going to Asia. As you guys know, throughout this year, we are going to, Hong Kong for a night. Let's not pretend like I'm going there for months and months at a time. India, Thailand, and Vietnam, on the other hand, will be for much longer duration. But this video is just me going to Hong Kong for, quite literally, just the one night, man. Just one night. And actually, you're going to see the one night stay with the beautiful food that I had there. Actually, tomorrow. So we're going to be pumping out daily videos for a little bit now because I am well ahead. I am well ahead of video content, man. So you got so much action coming your way. I can tell you right now, the India videos will be an experience. Oh, yes, very much so, experience. No, it's been great. It's just been very eye-opening. It's what I will say. It's very eye-opening. So I hope you guys do look forward to that. If you are new here, feel free to subscribe if you love travel content, because we're going to be absolutely pumping it out, and I hope you do enjoy it. In today's video, we are leaving Nadi, Fiji to Hong Kong, which is about a 10-hour flight, and then stay there for the one night, and then off to New Delhi the next day, which will come over across the next couple of videos. But let's jump in and let's go to Hong Kong. Beautiful Fiji. There is my room. It's all basically clean except for the bed. The bag, that's my best friend for the next few months. Oh, sunrises in Fiji. They just are unreal, aren't they? They just really are unreal. And then we're heading off to the airport there. Grab my headphones and we're fired up. You know, Nadi Airport, off to Hong Kong. Go get some coffee at Kokonui. This is the place to go, man. Obviously, it's a big coffee joint just outside. You don't even need to go in. But when you go in, you've got the Tambor Club Lounge. I don't need to show you a lot of actually like the boarding, not the boarding process, the check-in process and whatnot. You know the drill. You know how it goes. Grab some hash browns, some eggs, some sausages. Oh my dearie me.
I'm in the quiet lounge, which is actually quite ironic that that's how I'm able to talk to you guys here. But it's crazy to me. It's starting to really hit me now. Like, I've never done anything like this before. You know, I've been to America, I've been to Canada, you know, obviously I'm in Fiji, you know, I've been to New Zealand, and at the end of the day, it's all been pretty much westernized countries.
I just want to jump in here and really kind of emphasize this for me, yeah? Like, as I said, I've been through Fiji, went through Samoa at one stage very briefly, New Zealand, I'd even been to Vanuatu at some point, America, Canada, you know, obviously Australia. You know, I've been to a lot of these places within our bubble, our Western bubble, where the cultures are different and there are differences there, but it's also still very much similar in a lot of ways. So this journey that I decided to take at this point was very confronting for me, because I knew that I was going to places like India, where it is a just full frontal attack on all the senses, right? So before going, Hong Kong I knew was going to be very, very easy. It was going to be one night there at the airport, you know, grab some food there, chill out before we do go into, from our perspective overseas, and specifically in my perspective, a country that is going to be right in your face. And I was absolutely right about that. Don't get me wrong. I went to Delhi, right? So Delhi is a very full frontal attack on all the senses. So the point of the matter is that I knew this was coming. I do plenty of research before I travel. I research in regards to the places that I'm staying, things to do, you know, dangerous spots, dangerous things that can happen, good things, everything, right? I really make sure to get amongst it. So when I'm talking here, this is the exact moment before I embark on this massive journey that I've never taken in my life, man. So it's really exciting, but you know, it's always really overwhelming at the time too.
Besides Fiji, but Fiji is also, it's been basically my home since I was super young, right? And my daughter is Richmond, she's Fijian, so I have a lot to do with Fiji, and it's like, it's very normal to me. You know, everything about here and everywhere I've been has been very much normalised and very much on the same wavelength as Australia and how I grew up, right? Now this is crazy what I'm doing here, because I'm doing a solo trip to, you know, India for 3 months, and Vietnam and Thailand, 3 places I've never been before, and are completely opposite cultures and completely opposite places to where I've grown up and where I'm from, you know. And I'm going to Hong Kong tonight, which I'm probably just going to chill and edit videos and whatnot there and get some nice Hong Kong food, but you know, this is a big journey for me. You know, I'm literally packing up shop and just traveling for the next 9 months, and I'm going to have a whole eye-opening experience. But I don't know what to expect. I have a good idea, you know, based off of my research, because when you do these kind of things, you have to research. You can't just pack up shop and just go there and expect things to be smooth. Even if you prepare, things aren't going to be smooth, but you know, you need to be aware of your surroundings and your situation and whatnot, because you're not from there, it's not your country, and you need to respect the culture and respect the way that things run in these countries, man. So yeah, I sit here and I just think, shit, man, you know, I don't know what's coming for me, but I'm excited. You know, I'm excited for what's to come, and the explosion of culture and the explosion of perspective that it's going to whack me in the face very soon. It's going to whack me in the face very soon. Man, you know, I'm so excited to put these videos out and so excited to experience it myself, but man, this is a whole different world for me, man. This is the start. This is the start of experiencing the world. This is a whole different world for me.
Boarding lane, sorry, at boarding gate number 7.
Oh yes, one big thing to know about Fiji Airport is that checking in online does nothing. Honestly, there's no point checking online. You'll get a boarding ticket, like a boarding ticket on your phone. You need an actual physical ticket to go through the security procedures. I got sent back to go and get a physical ticket, so remember that. Otherwise, it's going to be stupid when you get there and then get told to go back, which makes... Which for me is ridiculous. It's like, why bother checking in there? Why bother checking in online? There's no purpose to it at all. Like, there's literally no purpose at all to check in online. This is the Hong Kong line. I've always been fascinated by this. That everyone is like lining up. The boarding's not on yet. Like, no one's boarding yet. But the line to get to the Hong Kong flight is all of this, all the way down. And it's fascinating to me because why the rush? You're about to be on a flight for 10 and a half hours. You're about to be on a flight for 10 and a half hours. Why are you in a rush to get on? I understand I'm in business class, which is a little bit different. I can get on very quickly and whatnot. But even when I do go in economy, it's like, why are you rushing to get on? Maybe like, because then you just sit down and you're comfortable, but you're probably going to have to get up for, unless you've got your whole aisle to yourself, your whole row to yourself, you're probably going to have to get up at some stage and move. And I don't know, I just feel like it's so pointless, especially to be standing up there and waiting when the boarding is not even on yet. That might be it now, but I just find it so pointless. Hola. Morning.
Mr. Blaze?
Yes.
Thank you, Mr.
Thank you very much. And the journey begins, my friends. The journey begins. Let's do these. Let's do these. How are you?
Welcome on board the big room. So you'll be crossing over into the left.
Thank you very much. 3K.
It's always the mad rush. Always the mad rush, regardless whether you're in economy, premium economy, business, first class, in the cockpit. There is always going to be just a mad rush of putting your bags up and taking your jacket off, taking your shirt off, not your actual shirt. You can't sit shirtless on the plane. No, you can't do that. Not today anyway. Maybe on some planes, you know, considering what I've heard from people, maybe there might be like some weird plane company around the world that would do it shirtless. I don't know why I've kind of brought this up, to be completely fair. But you know, that's life. Things get brought up that you just don't even know how it happened, man. But on the plane, we sit down, we start to get comfortable. This is obviously business class here on Fiji Airways to Hong Kong. Take the shoes off and get ready to rock and roll, because you need to take your shoes off, man. Put it underneath, plenty of room. Put the slippers on. Now, ooh.
Alright, they definitely need to get bigger. Bigger versions of this. This is definitely a small, very small size.
They were not big. No, they were not big enough. So Fiji Airways, maybe get a bit of bigger bit of flip flops. Yeah, maybe get a bit of the bigger flip flops. I would suggest the What are they, slippers? Yeah, slippers, that's what it is. Maybe get a bigger one. So I'm a size 9.5, which is not actually that big. Like, my feet are not that huge. And for the people with the foot fetish out there, you settle down, all right? No, there's no foot fetish pics getting sent anywhere, all right? But they're about a 9.5. So a lot of guys will have bigger feet than me, so they're not going to fit into those slippers by any stretch of the imagination. So maybe something to consider, Fiji Airways.
Just an orange juice, please.
Is it just time to take off? Grab that orange juice. This is always what I look forward to. Yeah, you know it. Yeah, you know it. Washing the face with a hot towel. Smells nice too. And bing, bang, boom. We are off for flying, and we have left. Well, we haven't left the Southern Hemisphere yet, but we're leaving. We're leaving the beautiful Fiji. Unbelievable waters. Such an amazing country. And time to get the TV out.
Yeah, this is comfy. This is comfy, to be honest. I didn't know if it would be because I'm not going an actual live flats. It's an angle flats. So I didn't know if it was going to be comfortable or not. It's super comfortable. It'll be comfortable because business class, but I didn't know it was super comfortable. But this is actually really comfortable. I am completely spread out right now. In my private little bubble. With the windows closed. I'm going to watch a movie. And there's plenty of movies to smoke from. Wait for my breakfast, just chill out. This flight takes about 10 hours or so. We'll be in the air for about 12 minutes. So there's 9 hours and 48 minutes. You can see it literally is coming across the bottom of the screen. So this is a 10-hour flight to get to Hong Kong. So time to watch at least one movie. Might do a little bit of preparation and editing and whatnot video-wise. And might have a bit of a sleep at some point for a brief little bit. Because honestly, it's super comfortable, man. Like, I'm in good shape.
When you booked this flight, so the LA flight that we showed on another video where you go from Nandi to LA, that was actually a completely lie flat seat where you could go nearly backwards. Actually, no, sorry, not nearly backwards. You could actually lie upside down if you really, really wanted to. So when I was booking for this flight and it said angled flat seat, usually it's like this. It was actually quite flat. Like, it wasn't bad at all. Like, I was nervous in regards to how worth it would be, and it absolutely was worth it. It absolutely was worth it here. It was the older flight and a lot less room than you would get on the LA flight that we went on. However, absolutely worth it in my opinion. Absolutely worth it. Time to chuck on a movie. As you guys know, it is 8:40 a.m. in Nandi and 4:40 a.m. in Hong Kong, which is a 4-hour time difference. You go through and scroll through all the different lists, and I usually will go for the same kind of movies, but I decided to watch Father Figures, which was okay. It was okay with Owen Wilson. Get some more breakfast. I'm a big boy, man. What you want from me? Alright, I'm a big boy. Leave me alone. At that point, we sleep for about 5.5 hours. Oh no, sorry, we sleep even longer. Yeah, after the movie. So I watched the movie for probably about 2 hours or so, and then we had the breakfast. I also had some food as well after waking up because, again, stop judging me. This is why I'm going Thailand for fitness, man. This is why I'm going Thailand for fitness, okay? Because I like food. Is it illegal to like food at this point? I don't know. I hope not, because I love food. I really do. We actually flew over the Philippines in this flight. That's not the Philippines. Actually, it might have been the Philippines. That might have been when we flew over the top of the Philippines, which was pretty cool. But now is when we start to arrive in Hong Kong. Here's some beautiful music to soothe you as we land.
Who was I before the 7:30 traffic? Who was I before the 9 to 5 and tired weeks? I won't lie to you. I try to find that person, but he's gone with all my hopes and dreams. Where's that young gun, full of life, full of desperation? Young gun, petrified of losing aspiration.
What I found really interesting was with that city, that's not like the main Hong Kong city, I don't believe, but it was very congested, which is what I guess we find, and I didn't leave Hong Kong airport, so I don't have an ability to have a say on Hong Kong and the living and out and about and having a good time at accommodation and Disneyland and just the general public, right? I don't have a say because I didn't leave the airport. But it's really interesting from like an outsider's perspective. We do have this thought process of a lot of places in Asia, like China, like Hong Kong, like these places, even Japan and whatnot, where everything is super congested. So when you see that shot coming in over the top, all those buildings are on a beautiful bay, it's surrounded by mountains, it's incredible, but they're all so congested in line with each other, bang, bang, bang. And I find that would be super interesting living standards in a lot of ways because everyone's so close by each other, despite the fact that there is like room all around, everyone's so close by each other. So I found that really interesting.
Alright. We are in Hong Kong. We are walking down now to go through security. Luckily for me, I don't have a suitcase or anything like that. I've literally just got this backpack in hand, so we're able to go and do it super quickly and just move throughout and not have to wait for our luggage and whatnot. Now, where am I staying tonight? Geez, I should have actually looked at that. Well, that was the only negative. There was no Wi-Fi on the plane, where usually there is. So there was no Wi-Fi on the plane. Trips. Alright, the Regal Airport Hotel. I'm pretty certain it's right here, right? So as soon as you walk out, but this is a big airport, man. Hong Kong Airport is actually a really big airport. As you can see here, this is obviously one of many, many, many terminals here, and it goes just all the way down. It just keeps on going. A fun fact here, I think we're down here. A fun fact about Hong Kong Airport is that it's actually completely built on an artificial island, like the man-made island that I think was built in like the early 1990s. It's actually one of the biggest and largest for passengers and cargo in the world. Multiple floors, multiple terminals, multiple everything. And like I said, in the early 1990s, they actually completely built this over top of the water. It literally, I heard this on the plane, it genuinely just used to be part of the bay, part of the Hong Kong Bay, which unfortunately, we're going to get a train. Like one of those airports. It's like Las Vegas, it's one of those airports where you actually have to get on a train to go to immigration and bring the baggage and whatnot.
Thank you for traveling with us.
I just got told that I have to take my hat off. So, surprised I didn't get told earlier, to be fair. Other staff saw me, but yeah, one of the staff just told me to take my hat off, so I guess that's a rule here. I can't see anybody else with hats on, to be fair. I don't even know why I brought hats over. I think it's for India because of how hot it's going to be, but I'm not even going to really wear hats overall, to be fair. I shouldn't have even brought hats.
Actually a little bit ridiculous in a lot of ways because I was the only person who was told to take their hat off because at this very moment, I hadn't seen anybody else with a hat on. But then, like, maybe a minute or two after this, I saw heaps of people with hats on. Like, nearly everyone in my vicinity had a damn well hat on. So why was I told to take my hat off? What do I look like a bad man? Am I looking like a scary man with my Chicago Bulls hat? Deary me, I was targeted.
Alright, that security guy gave me a bit of a weird look. That was interesting. Just coming in for a day, man. Just coming in for a day. Anyway, so we've gone through security now. We are officially in Hong Kong past security. And now, customs is here. What? Goods to declare. Oh, I don't know the goods to declare.
Now this is pretty much going to be it for today. I just want to show you the process of getting into Hong Kong. Tomorrow will be more about like the food that I had when I was there, plus also the accommodation before we do head across to New Delhi in India. But Hong Kong Airport was a really interesting experience to kind of walk into because it was very robotic in comparison to a lot of ways. Like that you find in other places like your Fiji or your Australia or your America and whatnot. It was quite robotic where it was bang, 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 bang. This isn't a complaint. This is just an observation, right? It was like bang, 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 bang. There was one place that it was really difficult to know the language, right? So obviously they speak, I believe it's Mandarin. Actually, I'm going to quickly make sure of this before I do say this. Woo! which language do they speak in Hong Kong? I'm sure it's Mandarin. Cantonese, sorry. No, it's not Mandarin. It is Cantonese. Can't really read where you're meant to go. So, like, you'll walk to one and they'll say, no, you go down there because you're a traveler, you're a foreigner. There's a world entrance thing, but that world entrance is for, like, there's people with a certain... Anyway, long story short, it's quite difficult to read, but there is, like, a robotic process to it all. It was also quite easy to get through. It was just, like... It was very easy to get through, but it's just about reading and understanding the words that you're seeing, because it's not just in English. And I'm so used to just seeing English everywhere. Even Fiji is just English, English, English everywhere, because that's a main language there. America, New Zealand, you know, Samoa, Australia, Canada, all of these are just very much simple for mine. But then again, we are on our way to India, where not many people speak English. So Hong Kong was actually a very easy one in regards to, there's a couple of confusing things in regards to the words and whatnot, but overall, you're gonna understand it pretty quickly. So you guys have that to look forward to as I enter into the world of the unknown. But that's the beauty of travel, man. You're always learning something new, and you have to be open to the perspective and open to the experience, which is what I am. But that's going to do us here for today's video, guys. We've got a new video coming out tomorrow, so if you do like these kind of travel videos, do hit that thumbs up button and subscribe. Comment below what your thoughts are. If you've been to Hong Kong, I want to know if you've been to Hong Kong, because I wanted to go to Disneyland. I just didn't have enough time. It's not actually too far from the airport too. It's like maybe 10-20 minutes or so from the airport. So I arrived at like 2 o'clock, I think. And then I was leaving at 9 a.m. in the morning with Air India. So I didn't have any time, really, after a 10-hour flight. That's why you want to relax. Didn't really have time to go out to Disneyland or to... Oh, there's a really good food joint. There's a really good food street there. I can't think of the name of the food street that I didn't get to go to, but I was planning to go there, but then it's just 10 hours was too long to then just go out for one night. I can't remember. But the point of the matter is that I would love to go to Hong Kong again. I really would. It was just very brief. But alright, guys, I appreciate you. Thumbs up, subscribe, and I will see you tomorrow. Thanks for watching. Catch you later. See ya.